An eyelid lift, or blepharoplasty, is when excess skin and sometimes fat are removed from both the upper and lower eyelids. We all know that as we age, the eyelid can start to fall. This results in a tired, heavy appearing look around the eyes, and oftentimes friends or even loved ones will start to ask you, "You always seem to look a little tired," or they'll ask you if you've even gotten a good night's rest. For this reason, the obvious benefit of a blepharoplasty is that you will end up with a more refreshed look. People will notice it, but they won't quite be able to tell why exactly you look like you finally got a good night's rest. As a female facial plastic surgeon, I understand the importance of hiding incisions and making them as invisible as possible. I do everything in my power to make that incision heal as invisibly as possible, so that all you will ever have to do is your normal eye routine of eyeshadow or concealer, whatever it may be. The recovery is fairly minimal. It does last somewhere between 5 to 7 days, but there's usually a little bit of bruising. I encourage all of my patients to rest, ice, and to sleep with the head of the bed up to reduce the bruising and any swelling as much as possible.